I have been seeing these pop-up cards around lately and wanted to try a design with them. So we've got our pieces here laid out, and this is our base. So let's just start. The first thing that you want to do is you want to fold all these fold lines, in particular the ones around the circumference of the base, because once we put these pieces in place, you won't be able to get these right here by the top and the bottom to fold, because these will be in the way. So the first pieces that we're going to put on are the panels for the base, just to get these out of the way, let them start drying. There's just a slight border around each piece. So let's just there's 6 of them. We're going to put these on. And for those of you who haven't watched any of my videos before, I use a Darcy ultra fine tip bottle. It's very small compared to this 4-ounce bottle of glue. So, and the fine tip applies the glue very thinly. You do still have to watch for putting on too much. You don't want your paper to buckle too much. This also helps with having so much that it seeps out the sides. I found my gluing got much better once I switched to the fine tip bottle. One thing to be mindful of if you are going to start using this bottle is if it's going to be several minutes of non-use, do put the pin back in the tip, because the glue, when you use a quick dry glue, the glue will dry very quickly in the tip. But if that happens, just take the tip off the bottle and wash it in warm water. The glue is water soluble, so it will wash out of the tip. Okay. So that's that. That goes around. Now my paper is textured, so I try to keep track of which way I want my paper going. Now I've looked at several different designs from different artists and have decided on the method I wanted to use for making these. So there is a 1/4 inch space on the top and bottom pieces, and you want to go ahead and glue these to the base. Okay, we're just going to glue these down. I'm going to do these now so they have time to dry, and then we'll work on what this does. And I have a sample card done here, is by giving the lip on the top and the bottom, it allows you to be able to hold the card. My other samples where I had the bottom flush, if you held the card with the front pieces, it just automatically popped shut. And so I decided to do this on the top and the bottom, and the card mechanism still works. So that is the reason for doing this top and bottom. Okay, and we're just going to set this aside and work on these pieces. So this piece here, you can use to stamp a sentiment on. And I would, if you want to write a message on these cards, I would suggest finding, as you flip this around, with the slits, one side's the front and one side's the back. On your back panel, just make this one white or cream, a light color, and write your message on the back panel if you need more, if you want more space for writing. And I'm just going to center this on. Pull out my foam dots and foam squares. I think these might be small enough. I can pop this. Okay. Set him aside, and then your snowman. So you have a strip in the file, and that is to go behind the eyes and the buttons, just to make the placement of this easier. And so just put the glue right around the edge of it. And if you want glue in between your buttons, I would suggest doing that on the snowman, so you get them in the right spot. Before you glue your snowman to your base piece, you want to put his arms on. These taller pieces are all doubled up for purpose. It's to help with the stability of the structure. You don't want your paper starting to get floppy on you. Since the card does stand up. So it helps that the snowman and the snow globe are double layered. And then just and then this is the band of his hat. There. Okay, so now our pieces are ready to go. Well, I do have one more. So I'm going to put these snowflakes on now. I'm going to put the back snowflake on after I assemble the card, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I've made my snowflakes a light blue. So this is with shimmer paper. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. I had fancier snowflakes, but because some of these cuts are so small, it didn't cut out as well as I would have liked, so I simplified the snowflake quite a bit. Okay, so now let's take a look at the base. So for this particular file, the side with the 3 are the front, and when you're assembling it, it's backwards, because as you put it together, this is the front. And so you have to think backwards a little bit. So these pieces go in like this. They're going to appear to be upside down to you. So you just want to lay this flat. You want it to be flat. You're going to push this right up against, and then you're going to take this tab, fold it down, okay? And we're going to glue it to the bottom, okay? So lift this up. So you fold the tab up. If you don't fold that tab up, if you just glue this straight on, it's not going to open properly. So you want to make sure that you've done that. The snowman, remember, you need to turn them. It's going to look like you're putting them in backwards. This one is snug, so just slide it on in there. You're going to do the same thing with him. Push him down. Get them straight. Put glue on this tab. And fold. Okay. Now, the front of our snow globe goes here. It does not have a tab the bottom that you're going to fold up, because you're going to fold up this bottom piece and you're going to glue it to the tab itself. Okay, so just put glue here on the bottom of this tab. Do not put glue on the rest of the mechanism, just on that center tab, just there. Same thing for the top. Just put a little bit of glue on the snow globe tab, okay? Make sure that that's sticking. And then when you fold that up, you'll see that's how he comes together, okay? So now for the back. Now this side, you're gonna work towards you, okay? So it is facing the proper way. And again, you're going to do this facing towards you. Now what we're going to do with this piece, and before you glue it down, you want to bring it around and adjust it just a little to meet up. We're going to glue it to the front. So you can either put this snowflake on over, or if you want, you can go ahead and glue it onto your piece and have the brim of the snowflake covering it. And that's your choice. I think I want to glue it on the front. Okay. So this will take just a little bit of thinking and getting this on straight. So lay it down, come back and look at it. Glue it together. Again, we're just putting glue on the tabs for now, okay? Now, when we glue the front and the back together, you're going to go ahead and put glue all the way around. Make sure to just get it on this circle. You want to put it on this tab that you folded over and glued to the front. You can put it on the snow globes tab and the tab that you folded up. This is going to form the center of your card. So bring it over, line everything up, and push down. Okay. Make sure you get this to glue, and you want to do your center one. Make sure you're pushing on them. And then we're just going to close it up. Make sure, in particular on this one, that when you fold this over and glue it, that you're not gluing in your snow globe. Okay, and then that is your card. So now, and see, it tucks in the top and the bottom so you can hold it. And if I was giving this to somebody, I think I would just write push up here so that people would know to push that up, to know that that is how the card works. So once you get used to them, the construction's not too difficult, but they are a fun card to make. I'm going to go ahead and glue my snowflake here on the front. And there you have it. This one is the Snowman pop-up card. Thank you for joining me.